Hello everybody, it's Christy here at my Artful Adventures, and today we have got a fun event. I am with the Junk Journaling Jamboree, and today we're having a junk journal jamboree. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And oh, I forgot to let Jimmy Lou know that she'll have to share me from my from her own personal page. Hang on just a second, you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, I do not like it when I take longer to get started than I should. Just one moment. Oh, now I've got a screen bigger than I can even deal with on my computer here looking at it. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jimmy Lou. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are going to get going here. We've got this wonderful kit. It is so much fun. And this is what we're going to use today. And it's from the Etsy shop. Wildflower, I think Whiskers. Is that how she pronounced it? Hi, Carol. And so it is listed here on the description. And there is actually it's a sale today. You don't even have to have a code. And so I've got mine all cut out and ready to go. And then I just happened to think a few minutes ago, oh my goodness, there was some things I wish I would not have cut right up to the edge, because I thought, if I would have left some of these, I could have folded it over, so it would have been a kind of a tip in, tip out, whatever you want to do with it, but it could be like an extra part of the page. So I was kind of disappointed I didn't think about that earlier. Hi, Sue. Hi, Janet. Carol's here. Jimmy Lou, Deborah. You guys, this is going to be so much fun to work with today. And so I'm first today for our lineup for our event. And so mine is usually, I would say, my style is probably a little bit more clean cut than maybe some of our other junk journalers, and they use all kinds of stuff, and I just have not gotten to where I use that much extra stuff. I know some of them use quilt pieces and things from bedspreads or just all kinds of stuff, right? And all of that is fun and good. And, you kind of have to build up a stash of things like that to use. Now, today, I've already gotten my cover made. And I made this morning. And so I made it from scratch. So it's got three pieces of chipboard in here. This is a print that is from the kit. All I did was I took it and I put it in Canva so that I could flip it around the other way. And then I made two of them, so it was kind of more what do you call it? So the print kind of went across the page, right? And so that's all I did to that one. And then I had this piece of design paper, digital print paper. Oh, it's not a digital. It was a piece of scrapbook paper. So I have that already because I wanted to I didn't think I could get, the cover made and everything else today. So, that's how that goes, right? Okay. So we are going, hey, everybody coming in. Still, we got Junk in the Trunk by Maddie. She's here. But isn't this pretty? Oh my goodness. Now, this is what I decided to do. I had this, I found this top at a garage sale down the street from us. And it was a blouse, and I didn't hardly pay anything for it. In fact, I asked her if she would take less than she was asking. And she was thinking, how wonderful it was and what a beautiful blouse. And she's talking to me about how gorgeous it is. And I just go, yes, it really is. Although she had no idea what I wanted it for was all of the gorgeous, lace trim all over it. It had everything on it. And so I cut this off. And, some of these things, when they're on here, they've got this kind of netting or tulle. It's it's softer than you think of most tools, so I'm not really sure if that's what they would call that or not. And so I cut this off. It's sewn on, and so here's this other, part right here that it's sewn onto that was part of the top. And so I just trimmed all of that off, and now I've got a nice piece like this. And so this is what we're going to put on the rest of the cover. Okay. So now all we have to do is glue this on. And I was thinking about, wrapping it around to the back. And then I got to thinking, why? Why not just put it on here like this and just leave it? And, oh my goodness, crazy dog. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it on there like that and put a little bit here and there. And I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to cut it. Now, a couple of these places I don't think are going to be on the, well, you know what? That's not even sticking to there. Maybe it'll kind of seep through. No telling, right? That's one thing about some of these creative endeavors. You're not really sure exactly how they're going to turn out. But that's the fun. I like it anyway. I think that's part of the fun. Some people need to know exactly how their project is going to turn out for them to be happy, right? How many of you are like that? I mean, it's always better if it comes out like it was planned, but it doesn't have to. So I'm just going to dot this all around here. Okay. Put that back on. All right, so let's kind of dangle it here and see what we got. But I think I'm not going to care even if that part kind of hangs over a little bit. I'm going to press it in place here. So hopefully we've got enough. Now I can, go back on here and see what might need a little bit more on edges. Now that it's kind of like sewing. We got it tacked down. So let's go ahead and put a little bit more in some of these places. And this will work good. There we go. And just lift it up. But this is such a fun kit. The colors are so pretty. And how pretty to still have, things for winter. Kind of a soft winter look. Okay. But yeah, so be sure if you like the kit, go on and, check out the link that is there. Okay, I've almost got it, you guys. There we go. And I think that's plenty. We'll just leave it like that. And this part, yeah, it's loose. But, it doesn't all have to be right down tight. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. And let's start by doing something in here in the cover. And I thought this would be kind of fun. I got this in here, and this is one of the large things. Some of these are kind of like a great big tag almost. And so I went ahead and I inked the edge of this one, and I just trimmed a little bit off of the corner there. So it'd be a little bit rounded, but I'm going to leave the other two sides squared off. We're just going to put that in there. Now I went ahead, and this print right here is one of them that is, a full page print that you can go ahead and use to cover the backs or whatever you want to do. So some of these I just printed on the back, and I thought this was fun. And the reason I went ahead and cut another one, or printed another one of these, oops, I gotta cover my glue, was I thought it would be fun to kind of make another pocket down here. I'm going to cut this. It's still going to be the same print, but I'm going to cut around it and make a little pocket for the bottom. And just kind of trim around this lace. So a lot of these, and we'll just make kind of a little pocket at the bottom. To get all this done. I mean, how fun is it watching everybody cut? Okay. There's our Texas Breeze Creations. Debbie's here. It's throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, right? You're too funny. Oh my god. Hey Nicole, Molly's here with us. Hey everybody, who else did I miss? Let me see. Oops. Got my... Oh, who else is here? Debbie's here. Hey Bev. Hey Susan, how are you doing this morning? Hey Lisa. Oh, and there's Ann. There's our friend from across the pond. How are you doing? I'm just going to ink a little bit along here. Kind of give it a little bit of definition so we can see it. Now I'm going to, since this part is inked along here, I'm going to ink this. But I'm not going to do the rest because it's going to match up here, okay? But you can kind of see it. Let's add a little bit more. And this color that I'm using is the Hickory Smoke. I thought that would be kind of fun. It's kind of got some of these gray tones to it. Now I'm going to put 3 sides on here. And I don't care if it's kind of tight. And you know, if you need it to be a little bit looser, you're going to have to add kind of a little gusset to it. Now, we won't do that on this one. Maybe we'll do it on a different one. So there we go. Now we've got this tiny little pocket. So now we've got our big pocket, our little tiny pocket there. And let's see. I think there's like some big tags we could put in here. Here's this little house. That's cute. And look, I didn't even notice before. It's kind of got a gray, it already looks like it was distressed with some ink. Make it a little bit darker. But you can see, that's the fun thing about digitals, is a lot of times they look like they've had some kind of treatment, you know, distressing or whatever, and you didn't even have to do anything, right? So now you could stick this in here. Let's get a hole punched in there. Get my old-timey hole punch here. These are the real thing, right? The real deal. So we've got that there, and we could put some ribbon in it. Should we put a little dab of ribbon? Let's put a little bit of this ribbon in. And you don't have to put a lot. I'm going to go ahead and use these. I have found out that these scissors, and I remember when I bought these scissors, they're from Crafter's Companion, and I can remember them saying that they were good for both, you know, you could go from paper to fabric to back to paper, and they would be fine. And I can remember thinking, oh, I don't believe that. But you know what, you guys, I've done it. I'm just like, seriously, that really works? So I'm just going to put this through here. I know ribbon's kind of big for this, but it's a big tag, right? And see, I printed that same pattern on the back. So I would have something on here. Oh my goodness, I don't think... Let's see. I think it'll work. It's not going to have a lot. You know, sometimes with these, if I don't get them very tight, a lot of times when I finish them and get them pulled out here, I'll add a little glue somewhere to keep them from coming untied. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right here to this one. And just a tiny bit. So I just put a little bit of glue right there, right here. So it's kind of all together, and it'll dry quick. So I just make sure that I have it, you know, somewhere, somehow, how I like it. All right. Hang on to your winter hats. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi, Lydia. Yeah, Anne, I'm glad you could come live today. And there's Cynthia. She's going to be on a little bit later. We've got 8 of us today, you guys. 8 paper crafters. Okay, so we've got our pocket. We've got our other little pocket. Let's do something here on the back, too. And then we will put together some pages. So we've got all these fun little things. Yeah, I really am kind of irritated that I cut all those off. I guess though some of these I could fold at the top or the side without really taking a lot of away from, you know, taking a lot away from the print. Let's see what we've got here. Now some of these are pages ready to go in for a journal, and I wanted to kind of work on this front and back pocket first. Do something fun. You know what? Let's make this, since we've got the kids over here, we don't really, oh, that's the same thing. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. These ladies are kind of fun. But so's the kitty. You know, I think I am going to, I think I'm going to just put about 1/4 of an inch on this and make it to where we can turn it under and put it on the back side and have it flip out. And some of these I made out of cardstock. The pages I have printed on paper, just more of a heavyweight paper, not cardstock. And so, you know, sometimes a mix like that is kind of nice. Except now we've got this, you know what, let's go ahead and trim off, let's just trim off the white so it doesn't look cattywampus. Whoever says that. Hi, Rhonda. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can hardly wait to see you inking. Do you have your ink picked out? What color ink did you decide to use for this? Obviously, it's the same kit. What color did you decide to use? I kind of thought about looking for kind of a gray-blue one, but I ran out of time. I bet you can't believe that, can you? Who can run out of time on these things? All right. Let's just put it here, kind of in the middle. Oh, let's ink it. Oh my goodness, let's ink it. You know, actually, let's round those corners just ever so slightly. Oh my goodness, that's not slightly. My scissors slipped. I still cannot find my little yellow-handled cutter bee scissors. I don't know what's happened to them. But that is always irritating when you lose something that you use all the time. Right? Okay, Nicole says she's going to use several inks today. Fun. That will be super fun. And now this time I'm going to go ahead and ink over here on this other side too. Kind of ink it all the way around. Except with that fold, it's catching that fold, making that hard edge really, really hard. Okay, but it's not going to be too noticeable because look, it's got our dark edge is going to show right here. But I think I'll kind of center it right here, although you're not going to see the front and the back at the same time anyway, right? But let's go ahead and do that and make our little tip in here. It's always kind of funny because do you really call it a tip in? It's going to fold out. You know. Oops, let's push it up a little bit. Okay. So we've got our little kitties. Aren't they cute? And look, it doesn't even look too bad you know, in here because the whole back blends right into here. So that's kind of nice. So there's our kitties. And let's see, what else should we do? Let's see if we can. Now it's kind of short here. Let's see if we can find something kind of interesting to do something else with. There's so many interesting things to this, you guys. How about, well, we've got that. And you know, we could, let's see what this looks like. That looks kind of funny. It fits exactly though. It pretty much fits right there. You know, I think I'm gonna, now I've never done this. This might seem kind of crazy. I'm gonna do 2 sides of this. I'm not gonna run it clear to the very top or to the edge. And we're just gonna do that, and it's gonna be kind of a tuck spot. And just make sure it's not in the way here. I might move it over a little bit. So there's a little tuck spot, and I'm gonna do the other one right here too. So we've got 2 little tuck spots right here. And they'll end up being kind of like a pocket or a little tuck spot. How's that for a girl not being able to make up her mind? Oh my goodness. Yes, Lydia, that is going to be a hoot. Lydia and I are going to go to something later this year, a meetup in Florida. It's always fun to meet our crafty people. I know, and Jimmy Lou was having something in May, I believe, and it was so close to a time I was already going to something in May, and I thought, you know what, I would love to do that, but I don't think, I know me, and that just seems like too much. Okay, so we could do this. You know what we could do? Let me see if there's any other kitties. Let me move this for a second. Good grief. It's really getting to be annoying. What else have we got? Got the bunny, the little kids. I like the lady. You know what? This would be kind of fun. If we put this here, that would be kind of fun. Let's do that. Well, now I need that back so I can have my track to score. So let's score this. And I'm just going to use my small end. Whoops. Sometimes it just jumps out of the track. Okay. Just give it a little fold. What a mess, huh? I tell you what, I don't know how in the world a person could do much in the way of paper crafting without making a mess. Oh, I was going to fit this and make sure it wasn't too wide. Nope. That'll work. Let's do that. We'll give it a little ink. I better put the top on my glue. I feel like I spend half of the time with that. We're in Florida. It is going to, hey, Chris Hunter. It is going to be in Destin, Florida, which I've never been along there. When my husband was in the Navy, he was stationed for a part of the time in Mayport, Florida, so we lived outside, kind of between Mayport and Jacksonville. A lot of people go, that's not like living in Florida. That's like living in South Georgia. I'm just like, whatever. It was Florida to us. And just a little bit more ink, you know, and you can just hit. Could be hit or miss. Doesn't have to be neat and tidy. Now, unless you're a neat and tidy kind of person and you need it to be. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Now we can open it up. We still have these little tuck spots. And so we've got that going. Yeah, right in the panhandle. Who else popped in here? Let's see who else popped in. Oh, Sherry just got home from some errands. Hey there. Debbie's here. Oh, Debbie, that was who I was talking to. Margaret, hi. Margaret, hi. Jennifer. Rhonda, I don't think I saw you were here. So just put it over a little bit so we've got room. You push it down a little so it's kind of even. That's one of the reasons I like to use some liquid glue. It gives you just a tiny moment to slide it into place. Okay, so now we got these two spots right here. Maybe we have two spots to tuck something. What the heck? I can't get that one out. I hope I didn't put that one out like upside down or something and glue it closed. Nope, there we go. So I mean, you could use it as a tuck spot here or use it like as a full pocket along there. Then we've got these two things here. Whoops, I better hold that down a second so it can finish. So that's kind of fun. And I think it's kind of fun, you guys. Look here. We got our kitties here, and you open up, there's the birds. I guess you could flip it this way too, if you wanted to. Either way, that's kind of fun. And so our pockets here, we got this over here. We could put, oh, I bet our tag is that ribbon. No, that's not quite dry. I put quite a glob of glue there, you guys. All right, so, oh, I can turn my fan on. Hang on a second. I'm getting toasty. The heater came on and I'm getting toasty. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's put together some pages, you guys, so we can get that part done. And these are so fun because the way they print out, well, you guys, I got stuff everywhere here. So the pages I just printed on a heavier printer paper. I think mine was 28 pounds. 28 pound paper, and I just got it at Walmart. And it is, let me tell you in case you want to look for it. It's called Pen and Gear. That's the brand, I guess. Inkjet and laser printer. Now I took all of these they had the page, and then they had like a little strip of something down here. And what I did was I put it in Canva, and I uploaded these pages into Canva, and then I just I put all of these on here so I could print some of this ephemera on cardstock. And this part, this was supposed to have this other design on the back, and I didn't put it in right, so it's on the front. So actually, look what's happened. I actually have some kind of cute designs layered over, but this is a reduced opacity from this is the same paper right here. So this is, you know, how it looks without reducing the opacity. So, and some of you might not like to do anything like that. Some of you might be very comfortable in using Canva. So, you know, that gives you an idea of a way that you could do that. So here we've got our little papers. Look at this. Isn't she cute? I love these. And, you know, one of the things that I did that I found like matched best in printing from what I was looking at on my computer monitor, looking at it, and how it came out printed was one of the things. It was, well, I found two things and they printed almost identical. One was I picked something that was called photo enhancement, and then another one, and these were separately because you couldn't use them both at the same time. And one of them was to use to find a setting that was RGB. And the RGB setting, when I used that instead of just, you know, running through the default printer settings, it gave me pages that I felt were more true to what it looked like on the monitor. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. I mean, it's kind of, for playing with paper, that's a little techy, right? I do both. I've done so much admin stuff over years and years, you guys. Lots of computer stuff. I think I was doing computer stuff before most people, you know, ever had a chance to do anything with computers. So some of these I'm going to fold one way and some the other. And I don't remember if I printed all of these with the same. Yeah, I just stuck them in. And oh, and this one I made kind of a lighter print. I reduced the opacity on these too, so that instead of using like plain paper, I could use these. And still, if you wanted to journal or write on it, it's light enough that it would be easy to do that, right? So, and you know, one of the things about, you know, using your printer settings is you just have to get in and play with them, you guys. And sometimes it's not fun. What is RGB? RGB is a color setting, and it means red, green, and blue. And it's one of the ways that digital prints, it's one way that they designate how their colors are printing. The other one is called CY, let's see, what is it? CYMB, which would be, no, let's see, well, it would be cyan, yellow, magenta, and black, I think. Anyway, that would be another thing that you would often see in your color settings. And every printer, your settings are going to be totally different, so I can't really, you know, I can't help you much with that. Let's see, let's do this one on the inside. We don't want to do all of them the same direction. They are so pretty, aren't they? It's hard to decide which way you want to do them. I might, when I get ready to put them together, I might go back and change them up. Let's see what we got going on. So, okay, so if we open this one, let's see. I think I'm going to put this one in here. It'd be pretty. We'd have a couple of light colored pages. That is not very straight. However, I sat down and just cut them with scissors, you guys, last night. Hi, Melanie. There's Melanie, my painting crafty friend. Oh, and I forgot to say, you guys, I am streaming on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you hear me saying something or responding to somebody you don't see, that would be why. I don't know, you know, you could just fold them all the same way like this with the pretty part on the outside, and then as you go through every page you turn, you've got a light color and then, you know, one of the fun prints. So there really isn't anything wrong with doing that. Maybe we'll put this here and have both of those. That's pretty. I should have checked to see if there was one I really wanted for the center. I didn't even think to do that. I might have to go back and look. Melanie, this is a printable. Oh, this one is Is this the same size, you guys? Look, this one, oh, somehow I have the little edge all the way around that one, but it's the same size. Let me see. Well, this is more of an overall print if we wanted to put that in the center, I guess. Maybe I'll leave that out. And a guest check somewhere. I have bought one of these and use it for mixed media and things like that. I never thought about, you know, and junk journaling, all kinds of fun things like that. You have the others. Sherry, sometimes you really have to get into to the settings, deep into the settings. Sometimes they'll say advanced settings and things like that. I don't know how many of these I've got, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, she's cute. You know, I think I want to put her in the center because I just think that is adorable. Okay, get another little one here. Now, when I get these together, we'll need to straighten them out. And I actually brought in a rotary cutter to do that today. I haven't done that in a while. But I know my X-Acto knife is not sharp at all. Okay, now I thought it would be fun. I don't have a lot of extra stuff that I pulled out to put in here. But I thought this would be fun. And since we're, you know, and I really wanted to let you see mostly what the kit was. And this, I thought about ironing this coffee filter out so it would be flat, but you know, I just thought, you know what? It's gonna be flat eventually just from being pressed in here, right? It'll get flat. So I thought that was kind of pretty. Let's put that somewhere in here. That might be kind of hard to... I've got something here that is just not lined up. I might have to trim this at the top and the bottom, you guys. Oh, well. Hey, it's a junk journal. Does it really matter? It just depends. Depends on what you want to do. Let's just put another one of these doilies back in here somewhere. Oh, this is cute because it's actually got kind of a lacy doily there. So let's put this one back here. And that'll give us a place to start and continue as we move forward. Okay. So just open this up. Get these all tight. And you grab some little clips. Just have my little dollar store clips here. And I'm just going to put these here so it doesn't move all around. We'll poke us some holes. Okay. I've got a little spongy thing here. And you can use an awl, or a lot of paper crafters have our other little sharp pokey tools that we use for things like this. And you guys, if you ever lose your little caps to some of these things, just pull off a like an eraser out of one of those what am I trying to say, a mechanical pencil. There, I know I could get it. Now I'm not real worried about this. I'm doing all of these at once. Oh shoot, you know what, I guess I better be careful so I can get all that in there. So I have at least what's not going to go anywhere. Hang on a second though. I maybe should pull the doilies down a little bit. Up or down, one way or the other. Well, that is not going to do it either way. You know what? I almost need to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And without, I had to do one of those the other day. And I tell you what, I had to look at that diagram several times because then I realized I was doing it backwards from the way that it was showing. And I'm just like, okay, well, but it was uncomfortable to do it the way they were showing it. If you were right-handed, it just seemed backwards. Let me see if I could think about how to do it. Should I try it? I'll try it, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to do 5. Okay, so we put one kind of in the center. And then up here at the end, wherever you want it. And then one in between, halfway in between those. And then one at the other end. Now, if you were making something and you're going to add some things in here, you're going to have to know, what you've done, and you might want a template so you have them all the same. But this is going to be fine. Okay, now I already threaded my needle, so I hope I've got enough thread on it to do this. I should. It's not that much difference. I have my waxed linen thread came on a card like this. It was from a bookmaker site. I've had it for years and years. And one of the things I like to do when you've got things like this that, they're going to come undone and you don't want to lose where you had it, just make like a little notch. And then as you have your loose end, then you've got somewhere to tuck it and keep it out of the way. Okay, I'm going to go for it, you guys. Okay, I think we go through the center. I gotta hold my little tail here. And then we go up through this one. And remember, the reason I did this was because I've got short pieces in there. So we're doing a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Or it could be Christy's version of the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. We'll see. And then back out here. And then up through this one. Oh, I don't know if I got enough thread. And then the same thing on this end. So down. So you've got this long loop here. So down through this one. And from the back up through the top. And you know what? You can do it either way. Some people like to finish theirs on the outside. Some people like to do it on the inside. It's just whatever you want to do. Sometimes I'll have them finish up on the outside and tie it, because sometimes I might have a little bit of thread that I want to use to, hang a dangle on or something. Okay, so down through that one and then up through the center. I did it, you guys. Except I want to be on the other side of that. Okay, did it. Woohoo! Maybe I'll make a little video on how to do that. Okay, so basically you've got your 5 holes. So we went down through, let's call this number, let's number them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we went down through 3, up through 2, see, up through 2, down through 1, back up through 2, all the way down to 4, down through 4, up through 5, and then back down through 4, and then up the center again. How's that? I'll do a video on that. Maybe I'll use something larger so you can see, and closer. And then just tie a little square knot. Usually do a square knot and a half for good measure. How about that? Okay, so we got that done. And now we want to, let's even out our pages some, because I know some of them are not even at all. Okay, so I told you I found, I went and got one of my rotary cutters, because I knew one of them isn't very good for fabric anymore. It needs a new blade. It'll be fine for this, and I'm going to roll over it back and forth. So, oh my goodness, this is dusty. I just leave this out on my toolbox over there. You guys, I have a great toolbox. It's like a, you know, the big red Sears toolbox kinds of things. I've got one of those that I use for storing stuff. Okay, I like this. This is actually a Cricut thing, but it's got this thing that's kind of, you know, to help protect your hands. So if I use an X-Acto knife or something, I like to try and use this. You know what? Let me use these guidelines and try to make sure I'm really squared up. Oh, you know what else I could use? Hey, this will make sure we're really squared up, you guys. We can square this up. I'm going to get it on the blue line over there. And this has a big lip too, so this will be good. Except it's kind of... So now we'll just go back and forth across here many times. Cut a little at a time. And this is, you know, you'd be doing the same thing with an X-Acto knife. But you know, a rotary blade doesn't have to be just for fabric, guys. Oh, nice and straight. And then one of these, I think the bottom seems to be okay. The top is kind of wacky. And now I can square this up here. I'm going to put it down a little bit. And we'll just do the top. Ta-da! Look at that. Okay. Oh, you guys have lost audio? Was it because of where I was standing? Can you guys hear me okay? I hope it's not cut out. Let me see. Okay. How about that? Sue Wriggle, can you hear now? Alrighty. So now we've got all of our little goodies in here. We've got all our pages. We've got some of these things. And now we can, you know, use our... Oh, I forgot to put in the... I need to fix my little cover. Let's fix the cover so it's ready to go. So I'm going to use my Crocodile. I've already used, I made a little template. The spine is about an inch wide. So I made a little template and folded it in half. And I only need these at the top and at the bottom. And so I already did that, and I made marks on here so I could see it. I don't think I'm going to put any, what do you call them? I don't think I'm going to put eyelets in. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Oh my goodness, I hope I can see that. That is kind of hard to see, actually. I think I got it in the right spot. But it's dark on dark, so it's kind of hard to see. And then we'll put this in. Oh, you guys, I was in an event not long ago, and we made, we were supposed to make something out of a game. We were upcycling a game. And so I decided, oh, I'm going to make like a journal cover. What the heck happened here? Oh, there we go. And so I was making my journal cover, and then I wanted to be able to use it for, you know, traveler notebook type thing, inserts. And so I put in, I ran my cording all the way down the outside. And so I've got this ugly thing on the outside, and then I put another piece of lace covering it up, but I only like glued it down the middle because I thought, well, what if I need to change this out? And then later I'm thinking about that, and I thought, well, no wonder that looks so silly. That's not how I usually do that. Okay, well, where is our cording? Oh my goodness, you guys. It's in a little bag here somewhere. Well, I don't see it. Shoot. Well, okay, this is what we would do. I'll have to get another piece. This isn't long enough, but okay, I just wanted to show you. So on this, you would start from the outside or the inside, go through here, come in the top here, right? And then you would do the same thing. I got a knot down here. That's irritating. I set that out so I could do it. So then the same thing down here, you want to put it through here. And then by doing this, you've only got these tiny little spots that your cord is visible, just the top and the bottom. And many of you know how to do. Oh, you guys, I think I can make that work. Well, I know I can. It was like I cut it off to use it. And I'm going to pull this kind of tight. And then both of them will be, you know, good and tight. If I can tie it. Sometimes, well, let me turn it. A lot of times when you turn it and put that tension on it that way, it's easier. There we go. Then I'd cut those off. But then I can put two inserts in here. So we could put one of them right here. And a lot of times I will go ahead and use, well, let me do it now. Let me grab my corner rounder. Excuse me. A lot of times, what is this? What is what, Martha? Hey, Jeannie. Hi, Estella. Oh my goodness. Hey, you guys. You like the slip spines. I like these. Then I can put whatever. So now we're going to put this in here, but what I like to do is I like to round the corners off a little, because it gives, when you open it up, it's got a little, did I use 1/2 inch? Let me use the bigger one, you guys. Ah! Oh, I can't get it. Usually I don't have any trouble with that. Let me see if I can just cut it. Because by doing this, you've got a little bit of a kind of a divot, so to speak, for that to line up in. So then when you put this in here, it's going to hold it tight, but it's got a little place it can snap into, and so it doesn't, you know, really pull at your pages, but it'll fit in there real nice. So we've got that just like that, and so there's our cover. And I don't know, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. Obviously there's a lot of work still to do on here, but I kind of wish I would have. So then there's enough for 2. I can make a second one and put it in here. So we've got room for 2 signatures in here, just the way it is. Oh my goodness, that is really tight with that. I might need to kind of rearrange that elastic. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Got myself caught on that little tip-in part. There we go. So there we've got our little signature, and you can kind of, you know, arrange your, once you get your signature in there, you can kind of, you know, move it up and down, and then you know, you can get it straightened out so that it moves nice, and you know, you don't have a problem with it, and it's not gonna pull from the top. Whoop, there's my needle. I don't want to lose that. And let me put this on here before I forget. I know, especially with that elastic, right, Molly? Oh my goodness. Oh, I just knocked my needle down. Well, I hope, I hope that my needle doesn't go the way of wherever my little scissors are. Oh my goodness. But there we go. There's, you know, that's that for now. We can put in way more little pockets and things, but we've got our, you know, our little tip-ins and some pockets done in the cover. We got made one signature. And I just think this is the prettiest. And how fun that I had a piece of, you know, lace applique when there's kind of these lacy, you know, elements into the paper. Isn't that fun? So, you know, and we can do lots more things in here. Now that I see how much room I've got and where the signature is, I think it probably is a good idea to get those things done, because like if I want to put this in, you know, then this needs to, where's my paper trimmer? Oh, here it is. So I probably need to trim a tiny bit off the side here. And you guys, if you stay in the junk journal group, so we can see our next creator. I'm going to cut a little bit off. Actually, you know what? I want the tree. I want to leave the tree. So let's trim a little bit more off this side. And let's go ahead and give this a little flap. So we can make a little flap in here. Yeah, Molly, isn't that great? That, and you know, and I was trying to dig through to find something, you know, because I had measured it out and I knew a piece of 12 by 12 was going to be perfect, you know, width-wise for the cover, and then I'd have enough to trim off the top. And so I was, you know, looking for something fun, and I ran across that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Here, let's put it in here because this is a little plain page. And I'm going to just trim it a little bit. And you can use a corner rounder, and you know what? You don't have to have a corner rounder because guess what? I got scissors and hands. And that works. I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on here. And you know, inking is a personal preference. You can ink, you cannot ink, whatever you want to do. And you know, that's the kind of fun thing about some of these digital kits, is that a lot of them look like they've already got some inking done, and you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do the mess. So that's always kind of fun. And again, this is from our Etsy shop that we are featuring today, and that is Wildflower Whiskers, and the whiskers has 2 S's on the end. And there's a link to her Etsy shop in here, and it's on sale for our event, and you don't even have to have a code. Isn't that cool? So let me just put this in here, and then we can flip that up and put something else under it, or just leave it for some hidden writing. But that'd be fun to put like a little pocket. Let's see. I don't know, I like the tree, but you know, you can always add one. There's some really cute little things to use for pockets or whatever you want to use them for. That almost fits right there. In fact, I think I will just pop that there. Oh, my time is over, you guys. Let's go see. Refresh your screen so we can see our next presenter. Okay? Stay in and have a great time. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Bye-bye.